Do you ever feel like manifestation is just another thing on your to-do list that you don't have time for? Like your spiritual practice is something that you have to do? Honestly, you're not alone because I felt that way too. Something that's really changed my relationship with manifestation is blending it into my lifestyle so that no matter what I'm doing, I'm also manifesting. I call this manifestation as a lifestyle, and it's single handedly made the entire manifestation journey more enjoyable for me. And I've seen my desires show up with a lot more ease. Manifesting as a lifestyle has made manifestation go from feeling like a task to something I just naturally do because it's who I am. If you'd like to learn more about this, I've created a step-by-step guide for you. I'll link it in my show notes so you can check it out. You're listening to the Affirmation Addict podcast with Pyle Corley. This podcast will teach you about the power of affirmations while making manifestation easy and accessible for you in order to enhance your spiritual consciousness. Thank you so much for being here, and now it's time to get started. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Affirmation Addict podcast. My name is Pyle, and today we're talking ways to raise your vibration and cleanse your energy. So this episode is honestly inspired by a post I made back in, I want to say it was December. If you're watching the video, you might see me looking down at my phone because I have the screenshot on there. But it was a post that did really well. And I think it made me realize that sometimes we just need a little bit of inspo on what to actually do, tangible, actionable ways to raise our vibration and cleanse our energy. And I get it. Some of it can't be manifestation focused and some of it can be manifestation focused, but it is all connected because everything is energy. So I am going to kind of use that as a guideline for today's episode and just give you some inspiration for ways and ideas on things you can do to help your energy feel a little bit better. And I kind of broke this up into different categories like environmental, mental, emotional, digital, physical, and spiritual, because I think we have so many factors that influence our energy and different variables that it sometimes is overwhelming on what's actually triggering you. Like, for example, for me, I will get so triggered by something completely unrelated. Like I'll get so triggered that my laundry is full and that'll make me go into a spiral about my business. And it has nothing to do with each other, but it makes a difference. So I wanted to share just some tips. They might seem random, they might seem unrelated, but they are all tried and true, and they have all helped me in some way, shape, or form in the past with my manifestation journey and with my vibration as a whole. So let's start with our environment. I am a Virgo moon, and everyone tells me who follows me on Instagram that this makes so much sense because I talk a lot, not a lot, but if you've been around for a while, I talk about organizing and just structure. And that is so important to me. It is so necessary for me to feel like I am functioning okay. And so having a clean space, all of my friends, my family, they all just know I need a clean environment. If my environment is not clean, I cannot function. I physically cannot function. And not to a level of OCD, but just everything being put in its place and not too much clutter. And I think it's extra prevalent for me, but I think it also is prevalent for someone who's not a Virgo moon. Maybe you are not this way, but I think physical things in our space take up energy and mess with our energy as well. So an idea for your environment is to clean out one area or room in your house, like a drawer, your closet. It can be anything. It can be the room that you never go into. It can be the room that you spend the most time in, but just clean it out. It can also be something as simple as reorganizing a cabinet. I have a cabinet that has all of my skincare and all of my herbs, and I will randomly get urges to clean that, and it's not even messy, but just sometimes it needs a little sprucing up, a little movement. Even if you just take things out and put them right back, that movement is energy in motion. And lastly, donate something you haven't used in 3 to 4 years. I always find this so hard. It's something that makes it so tough for me to admit that I don't need it anymore. And maybe I didn't use it as much as I thought I would have, or maybe I got so much use out of it. But this is always kind of an ego trip for me. So I always love challenging myself. Hi Hi, beautiful friend. I hope you're enjoying this episode. I wanted to hit pause for 15 seconds and share with you about my spiritual membership I created to help you raise your vibration and manifest with ease. I created Affirm It so you can have access to all, and I really mean all of the spiritual tools you need to step into your higher self and watch your dreams manifest with ease. If you're really ready to dive into your spirituality and connect with your highest self, I invite you to join the Affirm It membership. More details are in the show notes if you're interested. And now let's jump back in. Okay, mental ideas. Mental is probably the one where if you're super anxious or you're overthinking or you're worrying a lot or you just feel like you can't focus, this might be a good area for you to focus on. One is just to make a list of everything you want to do, big and small. Writing it down, getting it out of your head, I think is one of my favorite things my dad ever taught me. He makes lists for everything, and I swear by it. I never feel overwhelmed with what to do when I have it written down. Sure, I might be overwhelmed that there is that much to do, but I never feel lost or scattered. I always know that I have something to refer back to. The next one is stream of consciousness journaling. This is one of my favorites, but I talk about this inside of my guide. This is also something that I think her name is Julia Cameron discusses in The Artist's Way. And it's basically you wake up or not right in the morning, but you just journal with no purpose and you just dump anything that's on your mind. You just write you can set a timer or an amount of pages you want to hit. I do 3 pages, but I've also done like 30 to 40 minutes. I know that sounds like a lot, so maybe 2 pages and just write. Even if you don't know what to write, write. I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write until something comes. It's a really, really powerful way to just release what's actually at the surface, and you might be surprised what comes up. The next one is use your intuition to make one decision today. I love this. You can do this with your food. You can do this when deciding what to wear. You can do this when deciding what route to take somewhere or what workout you want to do. Use your intuition. Use it as a muscle that you have to strengthen. The next area is emotional. Emotion. I am so emotional. My emotions are so fluctuating all the time, where this is an area I spend so much time in my day-to-day life working on. So one is cut the cord with someone who is bothering you or triggering you. If you need to know how to cut the cord, I think I have tutorials both in my app and my guide. The next one is read a chapter of an inspiring book. For this purpose, I'm going to say do hard copy, just because digital can sometimes be overstimulating. So if you're already kind of a little emotionally sensitive, do a hard copy of a book. And lastly, focus solely on your breath for 1 minute. It's so simple. Just breathe in and out. Going to digital, I think digital cleanses are so underrated in the world that we live in. And so I think our digital footprint impacts us so much more than we know. And I know there's no research on this or anything, but I just know it makes a difference. So the first one, personal, that I need to do also is clean out your photos, remove those duplicates, or just go month by month, but clean out photos that you don't want, that are duplicates, that are bad photos, whatever, but organize and clean out your photos. The next one is unfollow, unfriend, or mute whoever. I'm sure you thought of someone immediately when I said that. So do one of those 3. Try to get to inbox 0. I am so proud of myself because this is just a natural state for me. I'm at inbox 0 with my DMs, with my emails, with everything. I always just try to kind of keep a tab and keep that under control. And the last one is opposite, is get off of your screen for 30 minutes. No screens, eyes closed, no technology, just completely unplug for 30 minutes and just see how you feel. Moving into physical is move your body, shake it off, or exercise. This is something that I think is so helpful. And we sometimes don't realize how much energy our physical body is storing. And if we don't process it, it will transmute into something else, whether it's a feeling, dis-ease, anything. Our physical body needs a little bit of cleansing too. The next one is give yourself a massage to shift stagnant energy. This is something I love doing as kind of a double habit stack. After the shower, shower, I always put body oil on. And so lathering body oil, but also having the intention that this is just moving energy that needs to be shifted or infusing energy that needs to be infused is such a fun practice for me. And lastly is go outside and feel whatever weather is happening against your skin, specifically against your skin. Feel the sun against your face, feel the wind against your arm or in your hair, whatever weather you're experiencing, like close your eyes and feel it against your skin. It's really, really healing actually. And lastly is my favorite section, the spiritual section. Use a cleansing agent like Palo Santo to release and cleanse your energy. You can use sage, you can use a candle, you can use incense, whatever you have on hand. And worst case, use your hands and do an energy wash. The next one is write down some limiting beliefs on paper or limiting thought patterns that you keep having and burn them. If you can't burn them, just rip them up to pieces and throw them away. Both work beautiful. And lastly, visualize unwanted energy leaving from your fingers and your toes and fresh energy coming through your head and your heart. This is just a really powerful little mini visualization you can take yourself through at any point, and it maybe takes 20 to 30 seconds. So I know that was a really quick list. I wanted this episode to be like a rapid fire of things that you can count on, things that you can do to just help move your energy. And remember, anything can be anything with intention. So you can make making your bed an act of raising your vibration or an act of cleansing your energy. You can do that with brushing your teeth. You can do it with drinking water. You can do it with anything, but these ones are the ones that make a little bit more sense to our logical minds. And I wanted you to have a list all in one space that you can really refer to and listen to when you just need some inspo. And whichever one, a great exercise to do is listen to this episode when you feel the need to raise your vibration or cleanse your energy. And whichever one kind of jumps out at you where you're like, you feel a sensation in your body or you feel just like a perkiness, that's the one that your intuition might be telling you to do. So one way you can use that episode is let your intuition tell you. The other way is to be a little bit more structured and do one from each section. Both are great. There's no right or wrong. Have fun with this and let yourself work on your energy in a way that serves you. You can do this as often as you like. Your energy is always changing, and use this to protect your energy as well as cleanse it. It goes both ways, and it's just whatever intention you want to infuse into it. So I hope this episode was helpful. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If this episode resonated with you, it would mean the world to me if you could rate and review the podcast and share it on your social media so I know to keep creating episodes that are inspiring you to manifest. I'm so genuinely grateful for the time we shared today, and I'd love for you to join the community by following @AffirmationAddict on Instagram. To continue diving into spirituality and manifestation, head over to my website, affirmation-addict.com. Until next time, I'm sending you so much love and so much healing energy.